Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about C. Is it a good investment or not? So I know a few weeks back they released the token and there was a lot of hype, big gains, and that's normal when something ICOs or releases, people just dump on the market and there's a lot of hype in the beginning. But now that things have calmed down, is this a good investment? Could this be an L1 gem that can moon and make a lot of people a lot of gains 2024, 2025? Let's discuss. And if you like the video, please hit that like button to definitely help the channel grow, help spread the word. And if you want to see more of my content, subscribe to the channel. Hope everyone's having a good Memorial Day or Labor Day, rather, Labor Day weekend in the US. So now let's take a look at C. Let's see what this is all about. No pun intended. So CoinMarketCap has it listed. It's ranking currently at 112. So definitely a low cap in my opinion. So current price is 13 cents at the time of this video. And if we look at the 24-hour volume is down 2.7%. The market as a whole has been trending, sideways and down. So that's not too crazy. 7-day is down 2%. We see a total market cap of 236 million. So still some room to grow if this project has some promise. And that's where I think the gains could come in. And if we look at the 24-hour volume, it's about 256 million. And circulating supply is 1.8 billion, which is an ouch. But, depending on the use case, maybe that doesn't impact that much. But tokenomics will be a key, and we'll talk about that later in this video. So next up, let's take a look and see what this is all about. According to Block, C is a specialized network built on the Cosmos ecosystem. So it utilizes the Cosmos SDK, which is the software development kit. So Cosmos basically provides the security for this L1. And we know Injective is another L1 on Cosmos as well, which is, I'm still looking at that one. But this one has some promise. We're focusing on C today. So one of the standout features is the ability to execute sub-second blocks, enhancing the speed of transactions. So this one is built specifically for trading. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later either. And that's what kind of separates it from the L1 packs, your Nears, your Solanas, ETH, and Cardano. So that's big too. In a crowd full of L1s, you want one that separates itself from the other and has a use case. And that's what I think this one has. So the principle behind C is that it's an application-specific network, unlike general-purpose blockchains like Bitcoin and ETH, that have evolved to support a range of different use cases. C is designed with a specific focus on speed, low fees, other features specially tuned to support certain kinds of trading apps. The co-founder said in an interview that C will focus on social platforms, gaming, and carbon credits. Interesting. So what does C offer? And this is according to their white paper. And I'll link the white paper to this video in case you're interested in C to see what else it has to offer and if you think it's a good investment for you. So they kind of boast and say that they have the fastest chain to finality with a lower bound of 300 ms. Then they have twin turbo consensus, which achieves industry leading performance. One of the only chains to conduct market-based parallelization, native matching engine that exchange teams can leverage, and front-running protection combats malicious front-running that is rampant in other ecosystems. And then it's one value prop. It has an exchange app. That's basically what it's going to focus on. Whether it's NFTs, marketplace, or gaming economy, it will offer the best user experience to build on C. So, Perp and there's one project that I was looking at, GMX, which is, focuses on this, and GMX was blowing up. I would probably say fourth quarter of last year and the first 2 quarters of this year, GMX was one to be reckoned with. And now you have an L1 that's focusing on those type of apps. And that's why I kind of like this. So a perpetual DEX, basically short for decentralized exchange, is a type of decentralized trading platform that enables continuous trading of perpetual contracts. Perpetual contracts are a form of derivative contracts that simulate the price movement of an underlying asset without an expiration date. So it's built for traders, and if that's your passion, that's what you want to do. This is the L1 for you. And I can't think of any other L1 right now that's offering that. So again, you always want to find, if you're looking for a gem, something that's different, not doing what everyone else is doing, and has room to grow. So this project ticks both of those boxes for me. Now, here's an illustration, the life cycle of a transaction on C. So you see the block 1. Then here, user submits his transaction, orders, aggregate. Then you got the placement, exchange contract, execution, settlement, and then block again. So just a good illustration of how this is going to work on this chain when you submit your perp tradings. So what is the funding behind this project? It is V1, or venture capitalist backed, VC backed. So for those of you who like decentralized apps and projects, this is probably not for you. But for those of you who don't care, this is, again, if VCs are backing something, they want to make their money. Definitely, they're trying to make their money back, whether that be when they release it on retail or they just help build it up so they get the max profits. So I'm kind of torn as far as VC-backed projects and decentralized, because I'm all for decentralized. I want the people to control everything. I want my stuff to be, it's me. I do what I want to do, and I'm the only one that control it. No one could tell me what to do with it. But on the flip side, if you're looking for gains, something that's VC-backed, you probably, you shouldn't shy away from that either, right? So they have backers like Jump Crypto, Multicoin Capital, and basically they have also, their team comprises of people from Goldman Sachs, Robinhood, and Binance. So again, the backers are VC backed, but they have people on the team that are familiar with successful projects, so that's positive as well. Now, other investors include Distributed Global, Asymmetric Capital Partners, Flow Traders, Hypersphere Ventures, and Bixen Ventures. And they had a valuation about $800 million according to TechCrunch. Now, if I look at LinkedIn to see what the founder is all about, I saw this co-founder here. Now, they're based in California, which is good, right? So we know that as far as rug pulls go, it won't be that easy for them to do. And co-founder as of January 2022 to the present. And he was a software engineer with Robinhood. Also, looks like he was with Pinterest as an engineering fellow and software engineering intern. And then he interned with Facebook as well. So he has some background in software. So that is, they're based in the US, and some people in the team that are familiar with successful projects. I don't know about blockchain, but familiar with projects. So that's positive as well. Now, looking at the community, is there a buzz for this project? Yes. As you can see, according to Twitter, 571 followers, 571,000 to be exact. Now, I know Twitter has bots and all of that, but still, there are different projects I've covered on this channel that don't have nearly as many followers as this. So a project that recently launched to have this many followers, that means that there is a buzz for this project, and that is positive. Now, this is what was surprising to me. Their Discord has 655,000 members. It's not too many L1s that I have that I've reviewed on this channel that has this many Discord followers. And looking at the Discord page, it is active. It is not just one built up with numbers. It is definitely active. People are excited about this project. And that is another check mark for me. That's very, very good. Now, if we look at Tokenomics, they have a set supply. This is according to their website, set supply of 10 billion tokens. Total supply, rather. So total supply of 10 billion tokens was a lot. But the majority of it is being allocated to the community and projects building on C. So according to their website, this is how they break it down. 48% of the tokens are saved for the ecosystem reserve. Then 9% goes to the foundation, 20% goes to the team, 3% went for the launchpad, and 20% for private sale investors. So if we break this thing down here, right, it's about 49% that's going to investors, the team, and the foundation. And I'm not too crazy about that, right? But I'm going to show you in a couple of slides later why this is not a bad investment for me in the short term. Long term, with the inflation, is going to be crazy. But short term, if you time it out and things go according to plan, they build, this could be a good project to invest in. Now, if we look at this is the unlock, right? And here, you see that currently this is next year, starting next year, I'm going to start releasing. And then here it coincides with the bull market. So bull market historically should be around or peak around fall of 2025, winter 2025, right? So that's here, right? And if you notice after that, look at all this. It's just going to keep inflating, 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 inflating. Granted, the blockchain could be very successful as well. Well, this won't impact it as much, but I'd rather be releasing my gains here. So that's the game plan for me. So that is what that looks like. And if we look at the next unlock for this token, according to this, they're saying about 347 days. And at that time, this is off-chain data, they should be releasing 2.9 million C tokens, which isn't bad. And that's, again, that's within that schedule of 2024, 2025. I don't think the inflation is going to be that crazy. So with increased adoption, inflation not that bad. For me, I think that's the best time to be releasing this, you know, stacking a little bag and then releasing it around that time or selling it. Now, let's look at the ecosystem. Again, this is a newer project, so it's still growing. And if we look at some of their DeFi plays here, you know, I haven't heard any of these, but you'll see later on there's a couple that's starting to catch on, if you want to call it that. So that's some of their DeFi plays here. Fusio is one that we're going to look at. Let me see if there's another one here. And C-Swap. So those are going to be the DEXs that so far have gained some traction. Now, if we look at gaming, you know, they're into gaming as well. None of these I've heard of before, but we'll see what we come up with later on in this video. Interoperability, again, they're on with Cosmos, so that's good too. I see that they're affiliated with the Wormhole Bridge there. Metaverse, right now only one Metaverse play. NFTs, let's take a look. So that's some of their NFTs. I haven't really seen anything too crazy with that, but let's take a look at the club and see what we get there. So some of the art for their NFTs. Not too shabby. Let's look at that one. Metopia. Yeah. A lot of work to be done with their NFTs, but at least they're in the space, right? So now let's take a look at some of their stable coins. They have UXD wallets. There's some of the wallets that they have here. I'm not familiar with any of these wallets. I'm familiar with Kepler, Leap Wallet. So that are some of the wallets that they have. So that's a brief overview of their ecosystem. And also some of the wallets that some of you may be most familiar with is Trust Wallet and MetaMask and Ledger as well. So that is positive in case you want to buy some C. There's some wallets that you can take it off these exchanges and put it on one of these wallets. So that's good. Staking wise, they do offer staking, which is another check, right? Even right now, the price is low. Stake, you know, gain some more C, help secure the network. I like it. The reward rate, according to Staking Rewards, is 6.5%. So again, that's a positive thing, right? Now, if we look at DeFi for something that just launched, they have about 3.23 million total value locked into DeFi. And if we want to look at what is the main numbers or main DEXs that's driving the DeFi number, you see that these are just multi-chains. But if we look at the one that's affiliated with C specifically, is Fusio. Total value locks about 20,000. And that's, you know, ugh. 7-day change, they lost about 73%, which is concerning. And C-Swap, another one of their DEXs, 3,000. And then within the 7-day, within a week, they lost about 71%. So let's monitor that and see what's going on with that. Very concerning. Now, if we look at, according to Crypto Depth, the trending searches, what are people looking for? According to CoinGecko, researching coins, and you see in this list, C is definitely listed as one of those. So people are interested in C. And just like you and I were watching this, you're watching my video, I did some research on the project. That helps add credence to this. I think this could be, this project has a lot of potential. They were also looking at Link. I like Link. Sui, not that crazy about it. Optimism, I like it. And then Sol, and we all know I like Solana as well. But this focus is on C, and I think this project has potential, if you can't tell. So that's that. Now let's take a look at some announcements. We have, according to their Twitter page, they're going to be at the Singapore Hackathon Demo Day, which is going to take place on September 28th, 2023. And you see here, Code C, powering new gaming and DeFi exchanges, with a 100,000 grant to help developers get on board. So that's positive. And then if we look at some of the reports as far as what's going on with C now, yes, they had a lot of activity. I know there was I'll probably say some FUD regarding their airdrops. People were saying that they couldn't get it during the launch. Then they came out saying that you'll be able to gain or get access to your airdrops at a later time. They really didn't give any specifics. Then through continued uproar, they finally fixed it and people were able to retrieve their airdrops. So the airdrop didn't go as smooth as everyone planned. So that was not that great. So you have that. And then we have what we just saw with the DeFi. Some of these DEXs are losing a lot of volume. I don't know why. Something to think about. So not everything is pretty with this blockchain. But again, it's new, working out some kinks. So that's good. So according to a report by, I guess that's Hawk on Flipside Crypto, it says C network stands out for its speed. It is the fastest blockchain layer 1 ecosystem, beating out established names like ETH and Solana. It boasts near perfect successful transaction rate of 99.5%, with an average of 2,077 transactions per minute. However, it's worth noting it is a new blockchain, probably doesn't have the same volume that, heavyweights like ETH and Solana, what they see on a daily basis. But, and again, this article goes on to say that, those chains can manage up to 11,000 transactions per minute, where this really hasn't changed. It really hasn't had that type of experience. It's still new. So we'll see if it can hold up. However, it's worth noting that C doesn't handle, what I just said. The total number of transactions on layer 1 blockchains has surpassed 300 million mark as the protocol prepares to reach 500 million milestone. In terms of user interaction, over 300 users have developed their wallets or deployed their wallets on C in the last 30 days, with an active monthly average account rate of 40,000. The network also boasts 35 active validators. So things are on the up and up with them. Again, let's take a look. It has surpassed 300 million mark as the protocol prepares to reach the 500 million milestone. And it has over 300 users that have their wallets on C in the last 30 days. So that is very, very good. So some of the announcements, they launched their naming service. They recently launched a Web3 domain naming service. Users can now get their own ID with a C ID, or you can have, the likes of, how you can have, saywhate.eth. Now you can get saywhate.SEI, stands for C, which is good. Also, let's see here, top picks for their ecosystem. They have Yoli. Yoli is the first role-playing game on C. It's still in alpha testing phase. The protocol's alpha test 2 is ongoing, and players can earn rewards in the form of Yoli tokens. So this is other. You can find gems within the gem. So take a look at Yoli. Then we have Dagora NFT Marketplace. It's a multi-chain NFT marketplace in the industry. The platform added support for C Network and shared new collections with the community on August 20th. Then you have MintScan. It's going to be used for data analytics, created by Cosmos Station. MintScan is an interchain portal providing data analytics for numerous sovereign networks. It added support for C on August 16th. So as you can see, C is growing. They're starting to, get involved in some marketplaces. It's already listed on Coinbase, so if you want to purchase it on Coinbase, and Binance is at that. So it's getting some recognition. They're forming little partnerships, and this is what you like to see in the new project. So my thoughts on C, I think it's positive. And my main reason that I'm going to invest in this, and it's September, so I'm off my Bitcoin bandwagon right now. But because right now, before the bull market really starts and we start seeing parabolic rises and gains, you want to find those smaller projects that have the potential to go high. If you guys remember for the last one, Cadena, it was a very small project, not much development going on, but that thing went up to $20 just because the market was so hot. And this is the type of project right now that stands at 13 cents. that I can see doing the same thing, if not higher. So I am on board with C. Yes, there are some concerning things. However, I'm going to continue to monitor it. Right now, with it being listed on Coinbase, I see big things happening for it. Again, I compare this to GMX, that's what it focused on. This is a whole L1 that's going to be working on projects similar to GMX, a lot more, and that's going to drive a lot of traffic to the blockchain. So it's a go for me with C. Guys, let me know what you think about this project in the comments. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there, and until next time, bye.